I'm out here at this pond catching some really nice largemouth bass in the wintertime. I've got to use some weird tactics to get these guys, but I want to try to see how many I can catch. My name is Carter, and you're watching Outdoor Science. Well, it is a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, it's probably about 50 degrees, and it's extremely windy. I mean, it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds right now. I'm at this little pond that I catch some decent bass in, just, 1 to 2 pounders, but it's completely unpressured. I'm just gonna go out and fish, and I'm not gonna talk too much just because it's so windy, you're not gonna be able to hear me. This is just gonna be a chill little fishing video. I'm gonna focus on catching largemouth bass with the ultimate goal of catching something over 2 pounds. My record largemouth is about 5.5, almost 6 pounds, but that was a little bit of an outlier. I've caught dozens of sub 1 pound largemouth bass and only a handful over a pound. So my goal is to catch something over 2 pounds at this pond. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I've got the next 3 days to figure it out. So let's get to fishing. I got here last night about 10 minutes before it was dark, and I used the little worm and just bounced it along the bottom real slow. I know there's a trench, about a 14-foot trench that runs parallel to the dam, and I think that's where most of the bass are hiding, so I'm gonna try to target that area now. There we go. That's a nice, probably pound and a half-ish. It's a good looking fish. It's got those red lips. It's definitely pre-spawn, spawn-ish time. All right, I'm gonna go put him back. Sweet. That was exactly what happened yesterday. I was just using that little shaky head worm, and I was just slowly dragging it along the bottom, and he would just nibble at it. And so I just waited for him to nibble and nibble and nibble, and finally I felt him kind of pick it up, and I just set the hook, and there you go. There we go, this is a good one. All right, there we go. Here's another one. Yeah, this one's also got those red lips. I'm really happy about this one. This is just a beautiful fish. Wow. All right, let's put him back. Go. He's off. That's so cool. He just barely picked at it, and then kind of took it, and I set the hook, and man, this is so fun. Another one. Oh, it came off. I wanted to have a light drag to fight it, so it just pulled too much and came off. Dang. size. All right, there we go. Another one of these real good, like 1.5 pounds, 1 3/4 pounds. This one's got those red lips, but also the inside of his mouth is real red too. Like his, or her, I don't know. I don't know how you sex a bass. It's just a beautiful fish. They're real light colored. These aren't very green, obviously. I think that's just a winter thing, potentially, because I've gotten some green ones out of here. All on that same shaky head, just real slow, and they peck at it. I think they're on the ledge near this dam, where the dam kind of slopes down. All right. Definitely the smallest I've gotten so far, but he hit pretty hard actually, and he fought really good, so really excited about that. Another red lipper with some, it looks like red tonsils. I don't know what those are, but definitely from what I've read, this is like a hormone change. I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions. I'd love to get some primary literature on it. I have no idea why there isn't any. So if you know of anything for Micropterus salmoides, which is largemouth bass, and why their lips change color, please comment with a link to the article. Only if it's a scientific article, like peer-reviewed and published. All right, let's throw him back. Do a little flip. I'm gonna try this dock over here. All right, there we go, off the dock. Just a little guy. This one's a little bit more green, so, but still super red lips, super red throat. This is a nice one. Right, there we go. This is definitely over 2 pounds. This is probably close to 3 pounds. I wish I had my scale on me, but it's over in the car. This is just a beautiful fish. Oh my gosh. Look at that mouth. Dang. This is a beauty. All right, let's let her go. Oh man, that was awesome. I was just bouncing that worm along this dock. She just smacked it. Wow, I did not expect that over here. I really thought they were all gonna be super deep. But maybe there's some over here in these shallow parts. I'm gonna go grab my tackle and I'm gonna fish over here for a little while. All right, well, how about we have another great day of fishing? We have another full, beautiful day. It's a little bit warmer and it is not nearly as windy. I think that we're gonna get a couple light breezes, but that's about it. So I'm super excited to fish all day today. Game plan right now is to use that same little shaky head worm that was working real well yesterday and see if the fish are responding the same. And then if that doesn't work, or if it works really well, I'm gonna switch it up to a couple other things just to see if anything else is working. I'm gonna go right back over to the dock to see if there's one large fish over there. And then I'm gonna work my way around this shallow portion, kind of around this down timber, just because I haven't hit it yet, and who knows, the bass might be shallow since it's really warmed up. And if all else fails, I'll just head back to the dam and do the same thing. That's been working. So that duck over there has just been swimming around by itself for the past 2 days. There haven't been any other waterfowl that have come around, and it likes to dive down and eat stuff. And it left last night and then came back this morning. That's pretty cool. So I don't want to walk on the dock quite yet. I'm going to stand on the bank and cast along the dock for now, just so I don't spook anything off. Okay, as I was just fishing the other side of this dock, I just saw a muskrat go into this tube right here. And I have no idea what it's for. Let's see if I can get a video of it. So I'm gonna go to the other end of this pipe, and you can see all the poop that it leaves on the bottom of this pipe. Alright, well, that's something to keep an eye out for. Well, on that last one, I felt some bites, and I kind of tried to set the hook, but I felt it run a little bit. I felt like something hook up, kind of, but then all of a sudden there was no resistance, like it popped off and my line was gone. And I know there's no rocks in here. I know it's just grass. So I might have hooked a snapping turtle. I didn't think there were any of those here either. I'm gonna, since that snapped off and my other rigs are over there, I'm gonna just try this huge craw jig and see if that produces anything. Well, I got 2 bites for sure, but they came off and then I couldn't entice them back. So I think for now what I'm gonna do is walk along this bank and try to work it. First, what I'm gonna do is go back and re-rig this rod with one of those shaky heads, just because I know they work, and then I'll come back and work my way down. I guess some of the bass are kind of shallow, but they might be kind of in the intermediary points between where they've been for the winter and their spawning areas. It's kind of a medium depth, so I'm gonna try this bank, which I think is mostly that sort of middle ground. Well, this is a fun little piece of biology. So I'm walking down this bank and I see this. I also see a bunch of heron tracks. And the more I look around, they're all up and down this bank. So that's pretty cool. I think that's like frog eggs, either frog eggs or some sort of fish eggs. I'm not really sure. It just looks like some sort of aquatic egg. That, in a couple different places up and down this bank, and the heron tracks, pretty neat. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, nice. This is a good one. Alright, there we go. This is A nice fish. I'm gonna weigh him. Okay, it's half a kilogram. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to change this back to pounds. Oh, he's trying to bite me. All right, let's throw him back. For some reason that was in kilograms, and I don't know how to change it to pounds. But I saw that it was 0.53 kilograms, which is 1.1 pounds. So I feel pretty confident that the big one I got yesterday was over 2 pounds. It was substantially bigger than that one. Cool. All right, well, it seems like this magenta shaky head is still the ticket, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep using it. There we go. There we go. Good one. Perfect. Nice. I'd say this one is in that 1 pound range. Oh, he's biting me. Oh, 1 pound exactly. All right, let's throw him back. All right, let's switch back to the craw jig. I really want to catch something a little bit bigger than that. I'd say that's probably one of the smaller fish that I've caught, which is cool. That probably everything is between 1 and 2.5 pounds. I'd like to catch something a little bit bigger. I think I'm gonna try this spot, maybe 2 or 3 more casts, and then I'm gonna go over to another part of the pond. I think instead of bouncing it like I have been doing, I'm gonna drag it like I do with the worm. I don't know if that'll make a difference, because to me it seems like it'd be less enticing. It's less movement, but maybe the fish are just really keyed in on the bottom of the lake. All right, this part of the pond is one of the corners, and it's probably the largest area that's the most shallow. Over by the dock is really shallow, but it's only a very small area that's really shallow. So let's see. Oh, there's fish over there. Whoa. Whoa. Feisty sucker. There we go. This one's a little bit chunkier. It's got a little wound on its dorsal fin right there. That's a pretty one. Nice. It's got those red lips, red throat. I'm gonna weigh him up. This is still probably an average size for me here. And it's right at that 1 pound mark. 15 ounces. 16 ounces is a pound. I'm gonna round up and call it a pound. I'd say all my fish, except for a couple, are about this size. I honestly did not expect to catch a fish over on that side. Finally, yes, yes. Caught something on this craw. This might be one of the biggest fish yet. Yes, finally on this craw, I caught this beautiful bass. Wow. 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 All right, let's weigh her. All right, 1 pound, 3 ounce. Nice. So I'm guessing that one that I caught yesterday was probably around 1 3/4 to 2 pounds. Oh, that was awesome. Wow. Finally I got something on that craw jig. Oh, I really knew that it would work. Something was going on over here just now as I was doing that last clip. There's a bunch of splashing and I don't know, I just saw a lot of commotion, so I don't see anything now. I don't know if it was just turtles or what, but fish around here now. So my theory was right. That big jig produced the biggest fish of the day, second biggest of the weekend. So I definitely think it attracts bigger fish. All right, so that side wasn't as productive as I was hoping. So I'm gonna come back over here to this dock and try again over here for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna, for the rest of the evening, loop back around the dam. And I'm just gonna bring along the two things that have been working, the pink shaky head and this huge craw, just because this is exciting to use. So see if that gets any bites. What in the world was that? That was the weirdest catch ever. All right, I'm not gonna weigh this guy. I think he's probably about half a pound. That was a really weird bite. Oh, there's a heron. Gliding past. That was a really weird bite. I felt like a little nibble and then nothing, but there was a little bit of weight on the hook, and so I thought that I just got caught up in some grass, so I kind of yanked it to try to rip the grass off, and all of a sudden my hook goes to the right. I don't know, and then I kept pulling it in, and then it started to fight, so I don't know what was going on with that. Yes. All right, there we go, another pounder. This might be the same exact one I just caught. It's in that 1 pound mark. Oh, just a beautiful fish. Wow. All right, I'm running out of daylight and I'm running out of battery. I've only got a few more casts left and I've made it back to where I first started. Psych, I got a little bit more time to fish. So I saw somewhere, probably YouTube, that black and blue jigs work really good in the colder water. So I'm gonna just throw this black and blue Bitsy Bug jig on here. And then I'm just gonna put one of these Zoom mini chunk baits, Super Chunk Junior black, on the back of this jig just to give it some more action. There we go. Oh wait, this is the same one that I caught over on the dock. Whoa, you can tell, I think, because the inside of her throat has that little grass in there still. All right, 1 pound, 11 ounces. It's almost 2 pounds. Nice. There we go. Awesome. Wow. All right, well, I figured I'd show you what I was doing just there. And I'm a little bit embarrassed to show that it was a 1 pound, 11 ounce. I'm in this kind of shallow area. This corner right here, I think has some structure. Like it has some down timber, but we're just gonna cast out into the middle of it. And I'm gonna leave my bail open so it sinks straight down. And once it kind of stops taking line, I'll flip my bail and I'll just reel in until I have a taut line. And I have a cadence that I like for jigging. I like to go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that just means 1, reel in the slack, let it sit there. 1, 2, let it sit there. 1, 2, 3. Every once in a while, let it sit for a little bit longer. Then hit it again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Every once in a while, I'll switch it up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Getting bites. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, missed it. Here we go. All right. It's a nice little guy. A little under a pound, maybe half a pound. Wow, look at his dorsal fins right there. Those are spines. Little bass biology. These are spines, and they can go down like that. And these are rays, and they don't really go down too much, but whenever they're mad, they poke those up. And then these are anal rays right here. These ones. Looks like the black and blue bitsy bug jig with a black chunk trailer is working real good. I think I'm gonna go try by the dock. I think the fish might be shallow right now, sunning themselves, because that's 2 now that I've caught in the shallow water. So I'm gonna run over that way real quick just to see if there's anything real big over there. Alrighty, just caught this little fella over there on the opposite side of the dock. Another one. I'd say this one's right up there at a pound. I feel like I've seen this one too. The marks on the top of its head right there. Wow. Wow, he hit that so hard. All right, there we go. Another one. This is another little dink. Just a beautiful fish. They're really coming into their green colors now. I don't know if you remember, but the first few that I caught were kind of grayish. Their colors were really muted, and for the past, yesterday and today, they've been really green. So maybe that's a sign that the springtime is fast approaching. Who knows? Yet another nice little bass. Just hit that jig so hard, took off with it. These guys are feisty. All right, this one's kind of a chunker. Well, that's it for this video, for real this time. That was just so fun catching all those fish. Funny enough, my thumb got a little ripped up from all of those largemouth bass lips, so that's hilarious. But that's gonna do it for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post a new video every week, Friday, 7 p.m. Central, and here's a little sneak peek at an upcoming video where I'm going to take an awesome trip to Lake Tahoe. So don't forget to stick around for that. Thanks.